So for today's experiment, we're going to be using an empty glass, some cooking oil, water, food coloring, and an Alka-Seltzer. Or an Alka-Seltzer is like a little tablet that you take if you have a cold or an upset stomach. It's carbonated and it's kind of fizzy. So we're going to begin by taking our glass and we're going to fill it with some cooking oil. I'm going to put a good amount in there. So if you look at that, it's pretty thick, or the viscosity, the density, the molecules are very closely packed. So it's very thick. And I'm going to take and I'm going to pour in some water. And look at how, when I pour in the water, how it separates. Because the thickness, the density is quite different. So they will separate. If you give them enough time, there'll be a distinct line between them. And you can see it's already forming. There's a couple little bubbles where the water is going to be on the bottom and the oil's on top. So now I have my glass that has oil in it and water. If you ever heard that saying that water and oil don't mix, they don't. They always separate. So I have my glass with oil and water, and then I'm going to take some food coloring. I think I'm going to try this color. I'm kind of partial to it. And I'm going to drop some food coloring in there. Watch what happens, because remember that oil is so thick. I'm going to move some of this so we don't have anything in the background. So you can watch how this actually enters. I'm going to drop several drops in there. 2, 3. Look at, they're dropping like little balls. And they're staying intact. They're not even mixing in. If I look at the top, look at the little balls I'm dropping in. Okay, that's probably good. And I look, they're slowly dropping to the bottom. They're kind of just resting on the surface. They haven't penetrated through yet to the water. There's still that divide. And look at, you can slowly see them coming through to the bottom. They're breaking through the plane. You can see the distinct separation between the water and the oil. And on top, you can see some of the food coloring. It's still waiting to get through. I think that's pretty cool right there. But that's not the best part of our experiment. As soon as all the food coloring gets down to the bottom and the food coloring is in the water, the oil will be clear again, and then the water will take on the color of the food coloring. Before I stop it and you make your prediction, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing next. I'm going to take one of these, one of these Alka-Seltzers, and I'm going to drop this into the water and the oil, and that's where I want you to make your prediction on Flipgrid. What do you think will happen when I take this Alka-Seltzer and I drop it in? There's like one drop up there that just doesn't want to go down. I'm going to stop now, let you make your prediction, and then we'll see what happens.